Make sure you subscribe to my channel, Snap, Crackle, Fizzle. If you'd like to make a donation to me, I appreciate. No gift goes unforgotten. No gift goes forgotten. My Cash App is Snap, Crackle, Fizzle. And that's how you can help me. The free way to help me is donate money. Or the free way to help me is to watch the video and maybe share it. Also subscribe. So we're going to talk about working out excessively and how it's a lie. And I'm also going to kill two birds with one stone. And that's going to be about hard labor, because it's basically this. Meatheads, literal meatheads, or I'm not going to say people that don't have no life, but people that bow down to the system, which there's nothing wrong with bowing down to the system, but to brag about it means you are a pussy, you are a bitch when you do something and then you brag about it that you want to do, because you are enslaved and you brag about the excess labor that you have to do. How twisted do you have to be? So it's not good to do excess labor. And it's not good to do nothing either. It's pretty much a balance. Everything has to be in balance, else it goes out of whack. And that's more so the elements. But just because you go freaking hold a drill all day, or you do some construction work, doesn't mean that's a good thing. Yeah, there's some pluses to it, but there's also some minuses. And you take pride in it. Excessive labor, hard labor that you're usually exhausted from doing, that no one wants to do, that no one needs to do, that you're enslaved to do. Think of all the hard labor that's been going on for years and years and years. You're built into that mentality from your past lives, from the other collective consciousness of past lives. You're literally built into like a semi-program. You're built into it like a program. And what do I mean by this? Is excessive labor is not a good thing to do. Wearing down your body is not a good thing to do. So I'm done with that. We're going to be talking about working out, exercise, and how it's a lie. Going to the gym. Look, naturally, you would just do whatever you would want to do. You wouldn't be going to do like lift weights. Especially it goes to the extreme where people become pinheads and just freaking want to get the biggest body possible. It's alright to do that when you're younger, but when you're older, it's like people still have that mentality. But it's different when you are attached to it. And usually 99% of the time, people love their body. It's always about the body. The body. They fell in love with the body. They think their soul is the body. But it's not. And exercise, they're taught, exercise all the time. Keep on exercising. Everybody wants to has this stigma of where you have to keep going and exercising. It's beating a dead horse. It's actually not good to exercise all the time. And those people are always pushing it to the limits. I've done it myself. You could be using that energy for so many other things. Life is energy, and you're using yours to fucking work out excessively. And there's obviously going to always be some people who do that, but maybe if you become aware of that, you can use your energy elsewhere instead of having expenditure like that. Most people are unaware, though. You could be doing a lot of other things with that energy, basically. And they always push exercise upon us, which is really weird. But, because going to, naturally, you would just build muscle for whatever you're doing. You wouldn't, it would just happen naturally. You wouldn't go and build the muscle. It would just happen. If you're climbing trees, if you're crawling, maybe playing around with some friends, maybe you had to lift some shit, move some shit, carry an animal, maybe some items. You would naturally grow muscle and do whatever. You wouldn't train for something. There would be nothing to necessarily train for other than your own self-ego. Animals don't work out. And we either are an animal that you're going to witness, or we're not an animal. And you're still going to witness. Technically, we're both. But the answer is to succumb your animal and rise above it. So that's pretty much it. It's good to exercise, and what's to take away from this is to be moderate about it, not do it excessively. Of course, some people are always going to lean that way, but you can get natural exercise and not necessarily have to lift weights, maybe swimming, but it's more so, are you doing it with joy? I see a lot. I always smile when I work out, no matter how intense. It's funny to me. But most people aren't doing it that intense, and they're not. When I see people jog, when I go anywhere around town and see people working out, they're never having fun. I have fun when I do it. Even though I push myself and doesn't need to be, I do. So that's pretty much it for the video. Is just think about, are you exercising excessively? We're lied to about it, basically, and it's pushed upon us. You don't need to go to a gym. There's stuff you can do outside all the time. Your workout doesn't have to be a commercialized thing. Gyms are for fucking meatheads that are trying to build muscle. You can literally do anything as a workout, moving the body, literally anything. And anyways, I did want to bring this point, if you're watching this video, or this far into the video, is there's something better than exercise, and it's called stretching. Building muscle is always going to make your body tense, whereas stretching is the complete opposite, the bipolar opposite, and it loosens you. Not only it loosens your mind, your stigma, your whole everything about you, your persona. Stretching is way, way, way better. It's one of the best things you can do for the human body. It does other things too, but to be loose is way better than to be tight. No one wants to be tight. Stretching is the best thing you can do, and not holding something where you feel it. You should be the most flexible as you can. You should never be constricted or restricted. Only a dummy would be like that. Dummy. Every animal is as loose as possible. They don't have tight muscles. They have full range of motion. If you don't have full range of motion, then that's upsetting, and you're not the best you can be. Do you understand that? Having the full range of motion is being the most natural you can be. not to be, because the thing about exercising, I can tell you right now, one, it's done excessively, and two, it could be a waste of energy, but also those exercises, when you do certain exercises and build like, let's just say I'm swinging a bat or doing my quads, you like actual workout for the quads. Eventually, because you're pushing yourself, your body is going to turn and twist that muscle because it's too much. It's too much. People are always pushing themselves, especially if you're trying to do more weight or reps. It doesn't matter. Your body is going to turn. So when your body gains muscle somewhere, it gets tight somewhere else. Because those workouts that you're doing it doesn't hit those muscles that you stretch. Like, and you don't stretch anyway. Those muscles need to be stretched, and eventually your body is going to mold doing that one particular workout that you do, even if it's swinging a bat. And it's going to make those workouts don't hit all the muscles. They're not going to grow evenly. They're for that specific activity. They're not getting the right muscles. Because if they were, you'd be as flexible as ever. You'd be super flexible. Anyways, that's all for this video. Have a nice one.